A half-empty stomach causes hunger tantrums.
Why, thank you, Charlie Brown.
And local YouTube New Orleans cooking sensation, found on Streetcar Without Pants. Film at 11.
Welch's wine is fine wine.
Coming up next, a solar-powered bathroom throw rug, here on the CWI Shopping Network.
Rum, taking up meditation. Rum.
Oh, not this guy again. There's just nothing worth watching on TV anymore. Well, the drink of this episode is called Blood and Sand, and I've got to give credit to my cousin Stephen to turn me on to this. It's an unusual cocktail. It's one of the very few mixed cocktails made with scotch. It was named after a 1920s Rudolph Valentino movie, the same name, Blood and Sand, a bullfighting movie. Now, this drink's originally made with blood orange juice, and the blood red color is what actually linked it to the movie. I couldn't get a hold of any today, so I'm doing it with just regular OJ. But anyway, still a really good drink here. My jigger is still missing, so I'm going to be doing mine in proportions just with a shot glass. Originally, it's 1 ounce of scotch, 3/4 ounce of sweet vermouth, 3/4 ounce of the herring cherry liqueur, and 3/4 ounce of the OJ. I'm just going to mix mine to slightly different proportions. Anyway, it's a shake and drink. So, a little bit of ice. Oh. Cocktails are not always pretty. And I'm a big fan of single malt scotches. I do like the Balvenie scotch. Drinking it with maybe a single ice cubes are the best. It's a little expensive here in New Orleans. It's roughly about $47 a bottle. I have found an analog to it, same region of Scotland, Aberlour. It's also 12 years old, and it's about $10 less, but I'm going to do it with the good stuff today. So I'm going to start off with a 1 shot of scotch. And I'm going to use about 3/4 each of the herring cherry brandy. And sweet vermouth, about 3/4 of a shot. And for the OJ, I'm going to go ahead and do another full shot of this. I just like the flavor. My drink, my way. All right. As you can tell, this is pretty much a fairly stout cocktail. And today's Saturday, so it's drink day. LSU's playing. Tomorrow's cooking day, so I'll wear my Saints shirt then. Anyway, of course it's got a little more of a yellow tint with that, but you can imagine that it would be nice and red if you had the blood orange juice. I've seen it garnished a lot of different ways, usually with the maraschino cherry. I did run across a couple of examples to where it used a lemon twist. And frankly, I kind of like them both. So rub it around the edge. Twist. And there we are, Blood and Sand. You know, recently I was talking with some good friends of mine, and we all discovered we're getting to that age to where it's a little easier to put the weight on than it is to lose it. And it got me thinking about my health. Next, it's not a slicer, it's not a dicer, not a chopper and a hopper. It's not even Sludge-O-Matic. Today we're featuring the Paderno Vegetable Spiralizer. And if you're one of the many out there who's trying to lead a healthier diet, and well, who of us doesn't need to do that? Vegetables are going to play a very large part in your diet, and this is the tool that you need to have in your kitchen to help enhance that. What a great unit here. It's so easy to do. 3 interchangeable blades. They pop right in and right out. It's got storage underneath for your other 2, ribbon slicer, spiralizer zucchini. You know, they say you can't put a price on your health, but today we're going to try. For just a little over $30, you can have this unit in your kitchen. Easy to use, easy to store. It comes apart readily. You can clean it quite easily. A little warm soapy water in the sink, you're good to go. Well, we're almost out of time on the spiralizer. Coming up next, a combination cheese grater and feather duster. It twirls on a fork. It's really a lot of fun. So let's make zucchini noodles, and I'm going to start off with a sauce of Puttanesca sauce, a spicy Italian classic. All right, well, let me introduce you to the star of today's show. That's the zucchini. And boy, did I find some monster ones. Check out how big these things are. Now, when you're just doing a regular sauteed zucchini or baked, maybe grilled, you usually want to get them kind of thin, kind of small. But when you use the spiralizer, get them as fat as possible. This is what's going to work best for you. So, all you have to do is cut the ends off. Cut the other end. And if they're really long like this, sometimes you can go ahead and split them in the center. You want to get as much of a straight cut on both sides. It's easy as taking your zucchini, just kind of center it over this little center disc. Move the spikes over to where it hard plugs into it. And I like to put a little colander over here and just spiralize right into it. Just pull the core out. Lather, rinse, repeat. Once you're done, got a pretty good bowl of it. This is the little secret that makes the zucchini noodles more like pasta. If you eat them just like this, they're going to be a little bit too crunchy. If you like it that way, it's good. You can actually make a nice Vietnamese light pickle out of these. It's really good. But the key to it is putting a little salt on it. I usually pick some up, sprinkle a little down, then sprinkle a little on top. And then toss this around good with your hands. And when you're done mixing, I like to put it into a bowl, let it drain. You can see it's already started. Gonna let this drain out for about 20 minutes or so. You're gonna see a lot of liquid being released in this. And that's what's gonna make them go limp, be a little more twirling your forky. Is that a word? All right, well, our zucchini noodles been 25, 30 minutes draining out. And as you can tell, I got a good bit of liquid out of mine. Now, you can't use this for a direct litmus test on how long they need to drain. Some zucchinis, the larger, smaller, newer, older, they're gonna give off a little bit different amounts of liquid. But do this a couple times, you'll kind of figure out about when it's reached the limit of how much liquid it's giving off. The main test of this, texture. Does it feel like a noodle? At this point, these are ready to go. Now, I'm going to do another step that's absolutely optional. I'm going to put these into a low-grade oven, spread them out on a cookie sheet, and leave them in there for about 15, 20 more minutes. What this does is just dries excess moisture off. You're not cooking the noodles, you're just drying them off a little more. Now, I'm using a silicone mat here, non-stick, but since the oven temperature is so low, you could easily just put this on paper towels, and it actually will help absorb the moisture a little bit better. All right, got them spread out enough. Let's get started on our sauce. Puttanesca sauce, or zucchini alla puttanesca. Colorful name for a colorful sauce. I looked this up on Wikipedia, and in Italian it actually literally translates to spaghetti of the whore. I'll let you make your own jokes about that. But anyway, I've been doing this sauce for a number of years. I originally got it from the New Basics cookbook. I believe that was authored by the same ladies that did the Silver Palette cookbook. I haven't been able to find my copy since Katrina. So I've been doing this from memory with a little extra twist here and there along the way. But this sauce goes fantastic with our zucchini threads we're doing today. I tell you, I've used a lot of different tomatoes in this recipe before. Tomato sauce, regular crushed tomatoes, diced tomatoes. And of late, I've really gotten to where I like the San Marzano tomatoes coming from Italy. Now, these come in a lot of different brands, but I like to get the whole peeled ones, and then I just throw them in the Vitamix and do a little whip on them. Lovely sound. These are two 28-ounce jars. And start them up. Doesn't take long. All right, well, let's get cooking with the sauce. And of course, the key ingredient, base ingredient, anchovies. Please don't let this scare you off from the sauce. It doesn't come out fishy tasting, and well, let's face it, if you've ever eaten Caesar salad or Worcestershire sauce or any number of other things, you've had anchovies before. This basically is a base ingredient. I think the Japanese kind of call it an unagi or something. It kind of gives it a beefy, really good mouthy flavor. Mouthy, I guess that's a word. Anyway, I've got these. It's a full 2-ounce can. If you want to be a little cautious, start off with maybe half a can or a few fillets, but you do need some of them in there. I've got these. They're packed in oil, and I'm going to start with just using the oil that's in the can. And again, I'm using the whole thing. Now, we're just going to saute these around. They're going to start to basically disintegrate into the pan. Then after that, we'll start adding the rest of the ingredients. Got it on about medium-high heat. So, time to add the onions. You know, it does look like it needs just a touch more oil in there. Got a little extra virgin olive oil, maybe about a tablespoon. Yeah. Trying to keep the oil and calories down, but you do need a little bit. There are a lot of dishes that I saute, sometimes just using stock. It works really well in a lot of things. This ain't one of them. You really need the oils in this. Add in our garlic. Give that a quick stir to let it warm. And oregano. And crushed red pepper. I like to let these bloom in the oil too. Get a lot of that flavor out of them. All right. Now the tomato sauce. Alrighty. Well, we'll just get this up to a high simmer, reduce it down to low, and just let it reduce a little bit. Let the flavors marry together. There's a second start of the show, and that's olives, and I just love the things. Now, I am going to use some of your run-of-the-mill manzanilla olives, pimento stuffed, but I got a good buy on Kalamata olives, and quite frankly, I just love these things. And they're pitted, which gives me a chance to play with a new toy. Can you have too many kitchen toys? I don't think so. This is OXO, O-X-O, guess how you pronounce it. Just got this. It's labeled as a cherry pitter, but so far it seems to work pretty darn good for olives. Pit. Oops. A little disabled thumb helps a little bit, hurts a little. But this seems to make really quick work of them. I am going to have more fun with this thing. It's usually cheaper to get pitted olives. Get olives with pits in them. And this makes quick work of them. As you might have guessed, you really don't need to add salt to anything on here because you've got olives, you've got a tomato, you've got some anchovies. And your zucchini noodles have been salted to let out the moisture. So if you're on a low sodium diet, do watch how much you put on the zucchini. You do need that. That's the really key thing to make those act like pasta. But you can watch it in the other areas. Your olives, cut back on them. Maybe rinse your olives first. That'll take some of it out. But I'll tell you what, if nothing else, do not let yourself not have new toys to play with. This is amazing. All right, well, let's get our zucchini out of the oven. And we'll just set it there to cool for a bit. And let's add in our last ingredients. We got the olives, Kalamata, green olives, capers, and a little fresh basil. Alrighty, while this is cooling down, we'll stir this in, let everything kind of heat through. Let a little of that olive and caper goodness get in there. We'll be ready to eat. All right, a little sauce. Oh, all right. Well, got me some food, ready for the weekend. Anyway, thanks for joining us. You got new things to try, new things to buy, and this is the end of CWI. Damn, that almost rhymed. Thanks for joining us. Come back and see us again. The sketties. Not this guy anymore. You know, there is simply nothing. Blah, blah, blah. I can't get the last one in. All right. Newsman in his Mickey Mouse boxers. Behind the scenes. Hey! Oh, got a drink for you. Thanks. Ooh, it's good. Puttanesca sauce or spaghetti alla puttanesca. La 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 la. Yep. Try that again. It's not a slicer, it's not a dicer, it's not a chopper and a hopper, and it's not even sludge-o-matic. Now today we're doing the Paderno meat slicer? Veggie slicer. Blah, spiralizer. Blah, blah. Damn bug. Got a guest star. Oh, I'm Chili Cayenne and you're not. Zucchini intro slating 8 takes. Can I get some dry erase markers? Next up, it's not a slicer, it's not a dicer, it's not a chopper and a hopner. Blah, hopper. Shouldn't be that hard to say. All right. Thought I cleaned it. It's so easy to clean. I just cleaned it. Next up, it's not a slicer, it's not a dicer, it's not a chopper and a hopper. God damn it. Hopper. Tonight's forecast, dark. Continued mostly dark throughout the night with widely scattered light in the morning. Temperature at the airport is 68, which is stupid because I don't know anybody that lives at the airport. That's for you, George. It's easy to work with. You just rinse it off in the sink. It's not really dishwasher safe. I don't know if it is dishwasher safe. Probably should read that. I haven't been able to find my copies since Katrina hit, so I've been doing it basically from memory, add a little here and there along the way. This sauce goes absolutely fantastic with our zucchini threads. The sauce remains the same. Da-da-da. Take 88. Fishy, ooh.
Need a fork, need a fork, need a fork, need a fork. Oh, can't eat nothing without a fork. Mmm. Blah, 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 blah. Bailey, honey, we don't need Parkman.